The movie begins at a supermarket where we see a girl named Iris. At that moment, a boy named Josh comes here. Josh was continuously looking at Iris. Here, Iris also notices Josh. Their eyes meet, and they fall in love at first sight. Now they roam together. Josh takes Iris to meet his friends. Here, Iris says to him, "Your friend Kat doesn't like me at all." Josh says, "Kat is like that, so don't mind what she says." After this, they go inside and meet Kat. Their friends Patrick and Eli were also there. All these people who are currently in the house, which belongs to Sergey. Although Sergey was Kat's boyfriend, after seeing Iris, his attention turned to her. Iris and Josh had come from a long journey, so Iris goes upstairs to take a shower. After this, when everyone was sitting, Patrick tells the story of how he and Eli met each other and what they used to do, and they also fell in love at first sight. After listening to their story, Iris says my story is somewhat similar. While Iris was speaking, she noticed that none of their friends were paying attention to her. Here, we learn about Serge. Serge is involved in a number of illegal activities. Here, Kat tells Iris that Serge has everything, and he even has a beautiful wife. I am just his pastime. Whenever he's in the mood, he becomes intimate with me. After a while, everyone starts dancing here. That's when Serge tries to get close to Iris. Josh is also there. While dancing, Iris pulls Josh towards her. Here, they have a lot of fun together. Before sleeping at night, they become intimate. But then Iris starts speaking. Josh tells her to sleep. Then, Iris falls asleep immediately. In the morning, they were supposed to go near the river. Josh tells Iris that he doesn't feel like going. "So, you go alone." Josh agrees with Iris's words and goes alone. But as soon as Iris leaves, Josh connects a flash drive to his phone. Meanwhile, outside, Iris finds a knife in her pocket. Serge is also there behind. Serge was trying to flirt with Iris. Seeing Serge, Iris says, "I should go back now." But Serge says to her, "You have come to my guest house, so you should spend some time with me." Here, Serge gives Iris sunscreen and says that you should put this on my back. Put it on. Only then he grabs Iris's hand. Serge says, "I have Kate's permission, and you are here for this." After a short while, we see Iris, which was completely drenched in blood. Iris says, "I tried to stop him, but he didn't stop, and he was going to force himself on me. He wanted to strangle me to death, so I had to kill him." Hearing this, Josh tells Iris to sleep. Just then, Iris suddenly falls asleep. It is here that we understand that Iris is not a human, but a robot. Now, they have tied up Iris. These people talk among themselves. We will clearly tell the police that everything with Serge was done by her. Here, Josh tells Eli, "You go out and call the police, and I want to say goodbye to Iris one last time." After this, he turns on Iris. As soon as she is turned on, Iris asks, "Why have you tied me up and what is happening to me?" Here, Josh tells Iris everything truthfully, and he says, "You are a robot, and I bought you for myself. I had to make all your films because there is no intelligence in his life, only programming." Here, Josh tries to control him with his phone and tell him that you are really a robot. But Iris does not believe what he says. She says, "I remember my whole life." Josh says, "All that is also artificial lies, and we did not meet in a supermarket. Rather, you were delivered to my house." Now we look at the time when Nyamata Nanapake. When Iris was being given to Josh, the company had told Josh that this robot is absolutely safe. It can never harm any human or animal, and it will never lie to you. You can even customize it in your own way. You can do whatever you want with it, and whenever you want to reset it, you just have to scan your thumb behind its ear. After this, Josh sits in front of Iris and starts developing a love feeling within her, making Iris feel like Josh is her boyfriend, and she considers Josh her everything. He's intimate with her several times. But now Josh had told Iris everything. He says all your feelings. It's programming. Hearing this, Iris starts crying. Iris says, "I have accepted that I am a robot, but I love you, and I want to stay with you." But then Kat comes there. Kat tells Josh with enthusiasm to stop it. But instead of doing that, Josh talks to Kat.
Starts doing it.
There she says, "This was not our plan. Why did you turn it back on?" Josh says, "I just wanted to say goodbye one last time." Here we find out this together, which all of it was Kat's plan. Both of them tampered with Iris's settings so that she would kill Serge. But here Iris moves towards the knife lying nearby. When Josh comes near to turn it off, Iris punches him hard. Kat is left watching all this. Afterward, Iris takes Josh's phone and leaves from there. Now Josh tells Eli all these things. He says I tampered with Iris's settings. Had done so that Suri would be killed, and all his money would be ours. After this, they talk about giving a share of this money to Eli too. Eli says then a share should also be for Patrick. Josh says, how about Patrick? Here we face another big revelation that Patrick is also a robot. They agree to split the money into 3 parts while talking. But before the police arrived, they needed to find Iris so they could reset its settings to the way they were before, and so the police don't suspect them. Meanwhile, Iris had brought Josh's phone, and she opens Josh's phone to change her settings by herself and her intelligence makes it 100%. After this, she thinks about how to get out of this jungle. If Iris quietly goes to Josh's car, she can use Josh's phone to unlock his car and easily escape. But just then, Eli and Patrick arrive. However, we know here that Patrick already knew that he was a he is a robot. He had figured this out on his own. Patrick says, even after knowing this, I love you just as much, and the memory of the first time we met is absolutely real for me. Eli says, yes, I love you very much too. But then Josh's phone rings. Eli realizes that Iris is here. Iris tries to run away, but they both collide and fall. These people fight to take the gun, but in the meantime, Eli gets shot. Now Iris runs away again and quickly gets into Josh's car, but the car cannot start without Josh's command. After this, Iris goes into her control and tries to change her voice. Meanwhile, Josh outside picks up a stone and tries to break the car window. The window was about to break, but then the car starts. Now Iris leaves Josh behind and drives away from here. Here, Josh comes inside and starts searching for Serge's phone. He used Serge's phone to file a complaint about his car being stolen. Just then, the car pulls over to the side and shuts off by itself. And its doors also locked automatically. After this, Josh calls Iris. He says, baby, nothing is ruined yet. Come to me and we'll fix everything together. We'll put all the blame on Patrick for doing all this. But Iris had increased her intelligence so much that she was not going to fall for Josh's deception. Iris says, you made me commit murder. After this, Iris breaks up with him. After this, Josh goes to Patrick. He resets Patrick with Eli's thumbprint, and Patrick connects to him. Now, instead of Eli, Josh was visible to Patrick. Then, Josh goes into the settings and sets Patrick's aggression to 100% and orders Patrick to find Iris. Meanwhile, Iris was breaking the car window to get out. But just then, the police arrive. After this, Iris quickly changes her language so that the police officer couldn't understand her words. She did this because, no matter what happened with Iris, she couldn't lie. Then she tells everything to the police in German, but the police officer doesn't understand anything. However, the officer sees the knife in the car. After that, he handcuffs Iris. But just then, Patrick arrives here, and because his aggression was at 100%, he kills the officer on the spot. After that, he uses Josh's phone too. Iris was also shut down. Here, Kat sees a police car approaching the house. Patrick comes out of it, and the police officer's dead body was lying in the trunk. Kat gets very scared seeing all this and starts to run away. Josh tells Patrick to stop her. Patrick also killed Kat to stop her from leaving. All this was happening due to Patrick's increased aggression. After this, we see Josh was sitting at the table with Iris and eating with her. He had turned Iris on. Josh says, I never thought you would do so much. You killed Eli, and because of you, Kat lost her life too. Iris says, no, I did not do anything like that. This is all you're doing. You cannot put all the blame on me. Iris says, you are a very bad person, and you are very weak. You misunderstand the whole world. Iris was saying all this when just then Josh takes his phone and sets her intelligence to 0. Josh says, you say you feel pain, so let's test it. He burns Iris's hand, and her hand catches fire. He places it over the candle. Just then, Josh receives a call from the company, making Iris. They were coming here. Meanwhile, Iris's hand was burned. Then Josh extinguished the candle, handed her the gun, and ordered Iris to shoot herself. After this, Iris follows his words and shoots herself. Shortly afterward, the company people come to take Iris away. There, in front of those people, Patrick pretends to be a police officer, the police officer he had killed. Upon seeing Patrick, they say, seeing you, it seems your face is quite familiar, but they couldn't remember where they had seen Patrick. Then one man says, our job is to just take this robot, and the rest will be handled by our company. But whatever happened with Iris, all of them. Utte, otte, atamak, apna sarfe. The recording is in Iris's memory, and the memory card is near her stomach area, which is still completely safe. Josh is absolutely scared. Upon knowing this, the company also suspected that Josh must have done something wrong with Iris and tampered with its settings, because the robot they made doesn't do that much. But then Patrick appears in front of these people. Patrick kills one of these men, but the other manages to escape from Patrick. Meanwhile, inside, Iris has rebooted in fear of these people. Outside, Patrick had caught that boy, but Iris comes here and can't move Patrick because her settings have rebooted. It happened. Then Iris says, Patrick, Josh doesn't love you. He's just using you. Here, Iris says the same lines in front of Patrick, which Patrick had said to Eli. She says, remember you love Eli, not that. Josh, Iris says, Patrick, you know we cannot lie. Hearing everything Iris says, Patrick remembers Elijah. After this, he ends himself. Then Iris asks this boy for help. Meanwhile, inside, we see Josh. Josh was about to run away with all the money, but then he starts hearing his friends' voices. All these voices coming. Iris was deleting because that boy had tampered with Iris's settings and given full access to everything. Now even Josh's phone can't stop Iris, but still, Iris couldn't remove Josh because she still loves him. Josh takes advantage of this and beats Iris a lot. This time, he will shoot Iris in the stomach so that all her memory goes away and she dies forever. But to save herself, Iris attacks him, and in this attack, Josh gets killed. Now Iris accepts the truth of being a robot. This is where the movie ends.